and welcome to the Wayne County Probate Court. This video will guide you in filling out the petition for appointment of guardian of minor, form PC 651. Before we get started, this video is not legal advice and is for informational purposes only. If you have questions specific to your situation, you must seek legal counsel. So let's pull up the petition by going to the Wayne County Probate Court website at www.wcpc.us. And in the upper middle, you'll see probate information. Click on that link. Then on the left, you'll see how to start a Wayne County probate case. When you click there, it brings up the various case types that you can start with the court. But today we want the guardianship for minors full. When you click on the link, it brings up a lot of information about starting the case. Great information here about the forms as well as the forms themselves and submitting your documents and the filing fee. But we want the form PC 651, which is the petition for appointment of guardian of a minor. When you click on the link, it brings up the form and you can begin filling out the form right on your computer. I have an annotated one to help go through the form. So in the upper left, in the county, we're going to put Wayne. On the right, there's case number and judge spaces. If this is the initial petition and no case has been started yet, you will leave this blank. After the court processes the filing, a case number and judge will automatically be assigned. If there is a case with the court, you will put in the case number and judge. Then you'll do the court address, the court telephone number. In the matter of, this would be the individual over whom a guardian is sought. Put their name there. The petitioner, that's the person filling out this form and submitting it. Name, address, telephone number. An attorney is not required, but if one is involved, they will put their information here. Then moving on to number 1, you're going to put in the person, the petitioner. I, John Doe, am interested in the welfare of the minor and make this petition as, and you'll type in the relationship you have to the minor. Number 2, the minor is currently, you'll put in the age, the sex, male or female, is unmarried and resides in, you'll put the county, you'll put the address, and is presently located in. Now this may be the same as directly above, or maybe they're in a hospital or some other location, in which case you will notify the court of that. I just did an example here of Oakland County Hospital, put the address of the hospital or wherever they are located. But again, it could be the exact same as above. The minor is a citizen of the following foreign country. If this is true, you'll check this box and type in the country that applies to the minor. If it's not true, just leave it blank. Number 3, the minor is an Indian child as defined in MCR 3.00212. Now, if you do a Google, if you're not sure how to answer this, you need to read Michigan Court Rules 3.00212. And if you do a internet search of MCR 3.002, it will bring up that language and you can read it. Or it is unknown whether the minor is an Indian child as defined in MCR 3.00212. If that's true, you'll check this box. Moving on to 4. An action within the jurisdiction of the Family Division of Circuit Court involving the family or family members of the minor has been previously filed in, you'll type in the court. I just did an example of Wayne County Circuit Court. You'll type in the case number, who was assigned to judge. You'll type in the judge's name, and then you'll indicate whether it remains pending or is no longer pending. If this is not applicable to your situation, you will leave it blank. Number 5. The persons interested in the proceeding are. It's very important to indicate who is interested in this proceeding. You're going to type in the name, the age of the parent, and the address. And then over here, there's a note that says if a parent is incarcerated and under the jurisdiction of the Michigan Department of Corrections, petitioner must comply with MCR 2.004B. Again, if you're not sure how to comply, do an internet search and read the court rule so you know how to comply with it. Then I highlighted down here, the forms have references to Michigan statutes, which is MCL 700.5204, and Michigan court rules, MCR 5.125C20. Again, these are very useful in helping you fill out this form correctly, and will answer a lot of questions and will guide you on how to follow the law. So you want to read these statutes and court rules while you fill this out. Moving on to page 2. Now, real quick, this is also on the website, but if you are missing addresses for any interested person, after your petition is processed and you receive the hearing information, you must arrange for publication in an English language newspaper that is published in Wayne County. Service by publication is possible if a declaration of intent to give notice by publication, which is a form PC 617 and on the court's website, is filed with the court. The Detroit Legal News is the most commonly used newspaper for publication, but it indicates how important it is to notify interested persons about this petition, to the extent that if you don't know their address, you must publish in a newspaper the notice of the hearing. So moving on to 5, the persons interested in the proceeding are, this is a continuation of above. This is if there's a conservator, you'll put their information. If there's a guardian already, you'll put their information along with their address. You must include their address. And then there's an asterisk, which belongs to this down here. Also list persons who had principal care and custody of the minor during the 63 days before filing the petition. So if that applies to you, you're going to put the name of that person and their address. Moving down, if neither parent is living, the names and addresses of the minor's grandparents and nearest kin who are adults are. So here you're going to put in grandparent information if neither parent is living. If a parent is living, you can leave this blank. But very important to get the correct names and addresses of the interested persons. Moving down, none of these persons are under any legal incapacity except. So if any of the interested persons are under a legal incapacity, such as there's a guardian over them or a conservatorship, you must indicate that person down here. If that doesn't apply, just leave it blank. Number 6, the minor is in need of a guardian because you see several different options. A, the parental rights of both parents or the surviving parent have been terminated or suspended by, and then you'll check the appropriate box. Or the parent permits the minor to reside with another person and does not provide the other person with legal authority for the care and maintenance of the minor, and the minor is not residing with the parent at this time. Or C, the biological parents of the minor were never married to each other and, you'll type in the name, the custodial parent either died or has disappeared since, and the other parent has not been granted legal custody or by court order. The proposed guardian is related to the minor within the 5th degree by marriage, blood, or adoption. So you're going to check the applicable box in 6. Number 7, a temporary guardian is necessary because, you'll put why. A temporary guardian is someone who is not the full guardian, but granted authority to take immediate action on behalf of the minor before the full guardian is ordered in place. And I just gave an example of a reason why a temporary guardian might be necessary. School might start for the minor, and there has to be a guardian must register or file paperwork. Moving on to